signal the start of the race. Go, go, go! Fisichella gets off the grid well. It's not a great start for Alonso though. The field is tightly packed as they head towards the first corner.
While your tyres are blue, don't go crazy. Wait till they're green and you have optimum traction. Don't worry, try and maintain your composure. You'll soon take back that position. 13th position, 13th. Position. You're in the lead. Hold your position.
First lap completed, the field looks like this. First is Button. Montoya is second. He was in the lead earlier. Fisichella third. Fourth is Raikkonen. That's a drop of 3 places. Alonso is fifth. Massa sixth. Michael Schumacher is seventh. And Webber is in 8th place. That's a gain of 1 place. Lap 4 of this Grand Prix. First is Button. Montoya is second. Fisichella third. Fourth is Raikkonen. Alonso is fifth. Massa sixth. Michael Schumacher is seventh. And Webber is in 8th place. looks like Button is pulling out all the stops today. On the last lap he posted a 1:25.39. That shows more pace than Montoya. The gap between them is currently 19 seconds. A third of the way into this Grand Prix. First is Button. Montoya is second. Fisichella third. Fourth is Raikkonen. Alonso is fifth. Massa sixth. Michael Schumacher is seventh. And Webber is in eighth place. There's a good scrap shaping up for second place. Montoya can't have more than a few laps worth of fuel on board. He must be coming in soon. There's a real possibility for Fisichella here.
He'll probably pick first from the looks of it. He'll really be pushing for good in and out laps, and he may be short-filled to keep up his speed. Fisichella beats his opponent in sector 1. The gap is now 1.2 seconds. He's raised his game, Montoya, and the fight is most definitely on. The gap has widened to 1.4 seconds. Montoya continues to push hard, once again stretching the lead over his opponent. He's extended the gap by another tenth of a second.
We can see the mechanics preparing from our commentary box window.
Fisichella's not going to take it lying down. He's starting to push on now. The split has shortened to just 1.3 seconds. He's raised his game, Montoya, and the fight is most definitely on. He's extended the gap by another tenth of a second.
Let's see who the top 8 drivers are. First is Button. Montoya is second. Fisichella third. Fisichella comes into the pits.
Schedule stop, next lap. Repeat, next lap.
Fisichella is away. I can see the McLaren mechanics out in the pit lane.
Schedule stop the end of this lap. Careful on your way in this lap.
Montoya enters the pits.
The rubber on your tyres is starting to get worn, and this will affect the levels of grip you're getting.
It's Sato! He sustained quite a bit of damage to his rear wing there. He may be able to get it back to the pits and replace it, but it's going to cost him a lot of time. If he wants to finish well today, he'll have to recover quickly from that one. Button is also involved. Looks like his front wing has taken some damage. Montoya exits the pit lane.
Montoya maintains track position. Fisichella has missed his chance.
There's a nice tussle shaping up for 5th place. Barrichello won't be able to stay out on track much longer. Ralf Schumacher has a shot at overtaking him in the pits.
Take it easy out there until the tyres are shown as green on the indicator. Whilst they're blue, you'll have less traction.
We're quite sure that he's got more fuel in his tank than Barrichello. As long as he can stick with him, he'll overtake when he's forced to pit to refuel. He should be slightly faster as he's got less fuel weighing him down. So if he can wring out another couple of laps, he should get past. As long as he can keep it going, that is. Ralf Schumacher flies through Sector 3. The gap is currently 3.4 seconds.
Lap 10. First is Button. Barrichello is second. Ralf Schumacher is in 3rd place. Montoya 4th. He's up from 7th. Heidfeld is in 5th. Fisichella 6th. Alonso 7th. Raikkonen is 8th. That's a jump of 3 places. It looks as if the Honda mechanics are preparing for a stop.
Barrichello was able to extend his lead that time. He is really pushing hard. That's added another 0.4 of a second to his lead. Barrichello certainly looks to have the better of his opponent at the moment. The gap is now up to 4.6 seconds.
Into the pits comes Barrichello. Exiting the pit lane is Barrichello. mechanics are out in the Toyota pits. We're at 2/3 race distance. First is Button. Ralf Schumacher is in second. Third is Juan Pablo Montoya. Fourth is Fisichella. Alonso is fifth. Raikkonen sixth. Michael Schumacher is seventh. And Massa is eighth. Here comes Ralf Schumacher into the pit.
This is an ideal opportunity for Barrichello to use his advantage and grab a position. The chances of Schumacher holding on to his position after this stop are not looking good.
Here comes Barrichello, who charges past our commentary box. Ralf Schumacher exits the pit lane.
Can Ralf Schumacher do it? He's out of the pits now and back up to racing speed. No, not this time. Barrichello is still out in front of him.
Button is stopping for no one right now. He's just posted a lap time of 1:23 exactly. That shows more pace than Montoya. His lap times are in the high 1:31s, low 1:32s.
Five laps until the end.
With just 5 laps to go, first is Button. Montoya is second. Fisichella third. Fourth is Alonso. Kimi Raikkonen fifth. Michael Schumacher sixth. Massa is seventh. And Webber is in 8th place. Looks like Button is pulling out all the stops today. His previous lap was a 1:26.77. He's pulling away from Montoya. looks like Button is pulling out all the stops today. That's a lap of 1:30.55. He's pulling away from Montoya. As we head into the final few laps, first is Button, Montoya is second, Fisichella third, fourth is Alonso, Kimi Raikkonen fifth, Michael Schumacher sixth, Massa is seventh, and Webber is in eighth place.
Fisichella had made up some of the distance, but there isn't much of this race left, so he'd better make his move soon. At this moment, Montoya needs to stay focused. At present, the gap between them is 2 seconds.
You just beat your best time through Sector 2.
That's a good end to the lap for Fisichella. The gap has decreased to 1.7 seconds. Raised his game, Montoya, and the fight is most definitely on. The gap now stands at 1.8 seconds. Montoya continues to push hard, once again stretching the lead over his opponent. The gap has grown to precisely 2 seconds. Fisichella's not going to take it lying down. He's starting to push on now. He's reduced the gap by another 1/10 of a second. Race leader Button has just kicked off his final lap of the race.
You're now on your final lap. Keep it on the road and bring it home in one piece.
Button has shown exactly what he's capable of today. The team settled on a one-stop strategy for this race. Fisichella moves closer in. The gap's been cut to 1.4 seconds. As we enter the final lap of this Grand Prix, Fisichella is giving his all to try and move up a place in the finishing positions. It looks like this race is still on. After starting the race from last place on the grid, it is truly incredible that he'd be in first place on the final lap. This must rank as one of the all-time great performances. I'm lost for words. It's good to see that his car has performed well to carry him this far. He's raised his game, Montoya, and the fight is most definitely on. He's extended the gap by another 1/10 of a second. Montoya continues to push hard, once again stretching the lead over his opponent. The gap's now 1.5 seconds. So it's Button that crosses the finish line in first. That's a great drive and fully deserving of the 10 points. Montoya will finish in P2. Silverstone comes up trumps again, another fantastic race. And so we conclude the final part of this first European leg. We'll be back here in mid-July to decide some of the other famous European races like Manicourt in France and the second German Grand Prix venue, Hockenheim. In the meantime, we travel to Montreal, Canada for another captivating F1 race on the famous Gilles Villeneuve circuit. Following that, we'll be revisiting the scene of much controversy with regard to tyres in 2005, Indianapolis. See you there in 2 weeks' time.